A touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They go play action. Mayfield. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Near the 5, he'll be stopped at the 6. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On play action, it's Murray. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Reese. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Murray again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield on play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mecole Hardman, 77 yards. Plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 65 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And oh, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Room past the 20. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way up to the 33-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Carter now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Second down and goal. Mayfield. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that gets him back within 10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield to throw it. And he will handle first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Following the interception, Mayfield taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mayfield down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drop. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken.